Hello, welcome to the Monitoring Newsletter. This is a new series we're going to produce every month that will show all the tips, tricks, best videos, blogs and DW answers you may have missed in the last 4 to 5 weeks. Today I'm joined by my colleague Shaun Rodger.
Hi there.
And I'm obviously Mark Leftwich. So today we're going to go through individually things that we've handpicked out of all of our content we think you need to be aware of. So today I think we're going to kick off with blogs.
Yep, we are, and I believe that the current most popular blog is actually one of yours, and it's about interconnect, and you're going to talk us through some of the highlights from that.
Yeah, so this will be a really quick one. So I was lucky enough to attend the IBM Interconnect in Vegas this year. There was a lot of very, very good APM presentations out there. So what I've done is I've handpicked what I think are the best few. I've placed them into a blog, as you can see on the screen behind me here. The PDFs are actually inbuilt into the blog, so you don't have to go anywhere to find them. You can just scroll down within the blog. There's lots on APM architecture, best practices, all the things along those lines. I think they're very, very valuable for anyone that's looking to move towards the APM structure we've got in place, and they've helped me massively, so hopefully they'll do the same for you.
All right, excellent.
Okay, next one I think we had on the list then was a TCR report creating blog.
It is. This is, in some ways, it's a fairly basic little blog, but if you're starting to dabble with TCR, you're using ITM, and you're starting to look into creating your own reports, then this blog's a great place to start. It talks you through the basics of getting your report up and running, so definitely one well worth a look. After that one, I believe the next one is one on the RTEMs, and it was a problem with high CPU. You want to talk us through that one?
Yeah, so this one was created by an engineer in L2 called Sandra. It's a really good blog, this one, very, very informative. This was where we had an issue in the field on the customer site where their RTEMs were crashing. This is a very short blog of how you can actually do a little bit of PD yourself if you need to. Sandra's really explained well the steps to go through this. This was actually a customer reaching the RCP limit, so where you have too many agents connecting to an RTEMS, it was using up too much memory and causing the RTEMS to shut down and crash. So this blog here shows you how to up the limits and some special parameters that will give you a little bit more bandwidth if you start to see some of these messages in the log. I definitely recommend you have a look at this one, and maybe even look at your logs just to check if you're maybe running close to the limits.
So next we're going to look at our top YouTube videos this month, and I believe they're both yours.
Yeah,
they're talking about the new version of monitoring, that's the APM V8, and Mark, would you like to talk to them?
Yeah, so every month we're going to produce what we think are our top videos by views. This month it happens just to be 2 of mine. There are a few very close behind at the moment. They're well worth checking out, so do go onto the Monitoring Academy channel and check those out. The 2 specifically we're looking at today are part 1 and 2 in the V8 deep dive series. So the first one is a pre-install checklist, things you need to do before you start installing V8. Definitely have a look at that if you're going to start looking at maybe putting V8 in a sandbox environment. It will save you a lot of time if you prep your environment properly before you install the code. Second one is actually kicking off the prereq check. So with V8 you have a prereq checker now. This will go through and check your system for everything from disk, memory, making sure you've got the right packages in place, everything you need to get it installed. So I've created a quick video of how to kick that off. The rest of the series that's being built, there's another 8 or 9 videos I think out there already at the moment. We'll go through how actually to correct all of the prereq check failures so you can get a very good base to get the code running and installed. ITM this time, the code won't actually install unless you pass the prereq check. It stops the installer. So do have a look at those videos if you're having problems, and definitely have a look at the ones for the pre-install. It will save you a hell of a lot of time.
All right, excellent, thanks Mark. So next this month we're going to look at product updates and notifications. This is when we cover any APARs, any flashes, any big issues that we need to know about. The biggest thing that's been going on this last month has been the TEP jar expiry problem. I'm sure by now most of you know about this. You've contacted us to have your jars re-signed. If you haven't, please get this done now. The jars expired on the 16th of April, so chances are if you haven't done this already, you're going to have problems getting logged into your ITM environment. So please contact us. It's a very simple process. You send us the jar files, we re-sign them, we can have this PMR turned around and the jars back to you the very same day.
Definitely. The main content we're seeing coming in at the moment from you guys out there is maybe your dev environments, things you don't log into as much as your prod, and you're going back and going, oh, we've missed one. So if you do find one of those environments, as Shaun said, just get those jar files in and we can turn them around pretty quickly for you.
So next we have a problem where you might run into an intermittent TEM shutdown. We have an APAR open for this, and Mark, I think you're going to talk us through it.
Yeah, so this one is quite a rare occurrence. It's something we've only seen in 1 or 2 customers, and judging by how many environments we have out there, it's not widespread by any means. But because it does shut down the Thames, we thought it was probably good to include this in our newsletter this week. So this one is specifically about event map updates. If there is a lot of sequential event map updates happening in one go, we have seen these 2 instances where the Thames can actually shut down. It's almost like a perfect storm to get this. But it has happened, so an APAR has been raised and released. The APAR number is IV82177. So if you are experiencing any form of strange shutdowns, it might be worth having a look to see if this is your problem. In the flash that we've included in our newsletter, you can see the link again under the YouTube video for the blog. Check that log and check to see if it matches what is in our flash. If it does, you have this problem, we have an APAR, we can fix it. As I said though, this is very, very rare. We're not expecting many people at all to hit this, as it is a perfect storm, so just an FYI. Okay, next up on the list is a TACMD view user issue. Sean, do you want to cover this one?
Yeah, basically this is a problem with 6.3 Fixpack 6 specifically. If you try and use TACMD view user -I from the command line along with your user, then it will fail, throwing a Java lang null pointer problem. This is something we're aware of. We have an APAR raised for it. If you run into this problem, then at the moment what you need to do is contact us, raise a PMR, and we'll get your provisional fix. This is slated to be fixed as of 6.3 Fixpack 7, but for now, if you hit this one, there's no workaround. You're going to need a fix from us.
Yeah, and this fix is a one-off specific fix that needs to go on top of Fixpack 6. So just bear that in mind. Again, links are below if you need to check this out in more detail.
So Mark, the next one we're going to look at is a problem with the TACMD command, specifically if you're running it with a long file name.
Oh yeah, this is a funky one. So this is the one, if those of you out there are using TACMD get or put file, we have a slightly strange bug on this one where if you use a file name that is over 64 characters in length, you can see some errors returning and the command won't process. So this one was discovered on 6.3 Fixpack 5, but it could occur on any 6.3 version. It's actually been fixed in 6.3 Fixpack 7. And the APAR number, if you need it, is IV82922. Again, we've got links in the blog below, so just check this. If you're watching this on YouTube, top link on the video, you'll be able to go to the blog with all the links to all the documents we're talking about. Okay, last on the notifications list today, we have a TCR install issue. So this one is related to TCR 2.1.1.2. Sean, do you want to give a quick overview on that one?
Yeah, certainly. So this is a specific issue with TCR 2.1.1 Fixpack 2 IF9. We've seen some customers running into problems installing this on 32-bit Linux. Now, we do have an APAR open. It's IV81285. There's no fix for this, but there is a local workaround that you can see if you check out the APAR text. We will, of course, include a link to this so you can view this online.
Definitely. We would also recommend, if you're still using TCR2, maybe have a look at upgrading to TCR3. It's a far more stable product, gives you far more options. So maybe if you are hitting issues, maybe now's the time to think about that upgrade you've probably been putting off.
The next thing we're going to cover is DW answers, and Mark, I believe you're going to talk us through this.
Yeah, so for those of you that have not seen DW answers yet, DW answers is the new monitoring, I guess. It's in other segments, but monitoring and really adopting this heavily over the old DCF and tech notes. So the idea behind this community is that anybody can post a question, you or IBMers, and then everybody can give their opinions and pile in answers one after the other. So you get a bit more of a rounded perspective on an issue or a problem. What we've done here is we've taken what are the top 4 or 5 views, individual questions that have got a lot of views on, and we've posted them into our newsletter. The idea here is hopefully we'll show you something that is of interest in generating traction on the community, but it's also a good way for you to link into the community and maybe start asking some of your own questions. We have a full team worldwide that monitor the forums, and we'll be answering the questions on there. So if you do have a question that you want multiple opinions on, this is the perfect place to do that, and you'll get different opinions from not only IBM but also other customers that are using the product. So it's quite a good way to get a very rounded answer, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well worth looking at if you haven't already. And lastly, this month we're going to talk about the voice of the field. Now, this is a section where we're covering a number of different topics. It's where we address issues that we've seen in customer site, anything that we think you guys should be aware of, any flashes, any updates, anything like that. So this month, we're going to take a look at Fixpack 6. Mark?
Yes, we are. So for those of you that are probably around this time looking to upgrade ITM just before the summer rush, Fix Pack 6 I can highly recommend. We've got a lot of customers that are now moved to Fix Pack 6, which seems stable. It's got a lot of fixes in it, especially around FTO and TEMS. So those of you that are in FTO, definite recommendation to upgrade to Fix Pack 6. It is an installable fix pack, so if you are going to jump from maybe 623 right up, you can install it straight on top, and you've got a blank system, you should also be able to install it there with no problems. The fix pack was released in December time, so it has been out a while for those of you thinking, oh, how many months has it been? How have you been monitoring it? So it has been quite a while out there now. We are seeing good results come back in from our side, so definitely look at that. We've included the blog at the bottom of the newsletter that's got all of the live links for not only the APARs that are included in it, but also the downloadable content. So you just have to click on the Windows package, for instance, and it will take you straight to Fix Central, to the location where it is, so no more searching for our fix packs. Hurrah.
All right, thank you for that, Mark. And that is the end of the newsletter this month. So we will be back again next month with more content for you. We'll have more top videos, more answers from DW Answers, any new APARS fixes that we think you need to be aware of.
Yeah, so I guess in between that time, please make sure you check out the Monitoring Academy social feeds. We've obviously got YouTube and the APM blogging home, which is our primary homes on DeveloperWorks. That should keep you ticking over with all the latest content until then. So take care. Thank you very much for watching.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you for watching this video at the IBM Monitoring Academy. We appreciate your feedback, so please feel free to use the comments box below. We'd also love you to check the thumbs up box if you appreciated this video. We have added several helpful links to the YouTube comments box below so you can find all our other content on social media. I would definitely recommend that you check out the blogs on DevWorks. Take care.